Afternoon, I hope you're well. It's Steve Bailey's Big Drive Home on BBC Radio Leeds. Today, we're going to be taking a look at how the show is produced by talking to the big man himself, former foundation placement scheme trainee and beloved Drive Home producer Shahid Hussain. What did you do before you became a producer here at BBC Radio Leeds?
Before this, I had my own taxi firm. I worked in IT, a couple of other little businesses, so pretty sporadic, really.
Initially, I'd never really aspired to work in television.
I was just sort of trying to get a feel of people interested in the same things I was interested in.
Back when I was working at Sainsbury's, I didn't even imagine that I was going to be working in a production house.
I've done work with international charities. I've been out in Rwanda and Uganda making sort of charity promotional films, been out to India.
Here we are, this is the rights office. This is where I secured my first job after leaving the placement scheme.
I heard about the foundation placement scheme through a friend of mine who told me that I had to apply.
If I hadn't seen that application for this particular traineeship, I probably wouldn't have been where I am.
And yeah, that's how I heard through her.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much.
It's your first foot in the door, which is almost impossible nowadays.
You have to kind of go a little bit under your own steam. There's plenty of support mechanisms around, but you have to kind of get stuck in there.
It's just a brilliant chance to get some really, really good experience.
I really, really wanted it, and I told myself that this is what I want to do and I want to get it.
If you want to do it, just do it.
My role on the placement scheme was newsroom runner.
I did quite a lot of running, a lot of cups of tea and coffee, which is quite good because then you can get to know people and opens a lot of doors.
I was a technical operator in regionals on calendar.
That's the documentary we did as part of the foundation placement scheme. It was actually an attachment with Rainbow Collective.
This is where I work now. It's the broadcasting department, and I've been here for 3 years now.
Well, actually, when I left the scheme, I got a full-time job at Yorkshire Television.
As part of the scheme, I got involved with the Yorkshire Forward Innovation Awards.
My best experience working at Emmerdale has been the people I've met have been really interesting.
I got a chance to work on Countdown.
My highlights were the Heartbeat I cut, which was broadcast last year, which was really nice. I'm really, really, really proud of it.
Lots of famous faces and lots of really creative people behind the scenes.
I also got to do 3 months in Manchester working for CITV.
Do you think schemes like this one are incredibly important to help people from black and ethnic minority backgrounds get into industries like the radio industry?
I think they're very important because in this industry, and a lot of people will tell you this, and it is true, there is a lot of nepotism, and that's not through choice, it's just through ease more than anything else. Because people know people, people recommend people, so it's harder if you haven't got that background to get into the industry.
It took me over a year to actually find a job that was the scheme, and I was applying God knows how many jobs per week.
The training and experience I received on the course has been absolutely invaluable to me.
When I started on the scheme, I never really imagined that I'd, you know, a few years down the line, I'd be sort of owning my own little production company.
I'm really thankful that I had the opportunity to do the scheme, and I would encourage anybody to get onto it if they can.
I would definitely recommend the scheme. Definitely, definitely, definitely.
I think this scheme is hugely important to get talent into this industry, and there is a lot of good talent out there, and on the scheme I've seen this year a lot of people are very talented and otherwise wouldn't have got the opportunity.
Without the placement scheme, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm currently in now. 100% on that.
Yo, yeah, y'all know what time it is.
Oh, not play. Oh.
To make a good cup of tea.
ITV Broadcasting.
It's 25 to 3. I haven't had anything to eat yet and I'm wasting away.